I was standing on the porch, shivering. Snow clung to my coat, melting down my sleeves, but the cold wasn't what stung, it was her voice, my sister. She opened the door just wide enough for me to see the glow of the fireplace, the glint of silverware, the people who were supposed to be my family. Her eyes slid over me with practiced disgust. "We don't want you here," she said. Then she smirked. "Go ruin someone else's holiday." Behind her, laughter spilled across the table. My family, my blood. They didn't even pause. I forced a smile. Got it, and I walked away. What they didn't know was that I'd already planned for this. Family was supposed to mean something. That's what I used to believe. But I was always the outsider, the one with problems, the one who asked for help and got silence. When Mom was sick, I drove her to every appointment. My sister posted pictures with her at the hospital, as if she'd been there. My brother showed up only for the funeral, then bragged about how strong we all were in his eulogy. Dad, he just kept drinking. I thought Christmas would be different, a chance to come back to something human. But deep down, I knew. They'd been phasing me out for years, and tonight, they made it official. The shift. Most people would have cried on that porch. I didn't. I went to my car, sat in silence, watched the frost crawl across the windshield while my heart slowed into something sharper, colder. If family shuts the door in your face, you stop knocking. You build your own. And I'd already started. 3 months earlier, I'd accepted a position with the very company my father's pension depended on, his lifeline, his pride. He didn't know. No one did. The CEO liked me, respected me, saw something in me my family never cared to notice. That night, while they passed turkey and wine, I sent one text. Just 5 words. "It's time. Pull the trigger." Execution. The move had been in motion for weeks. My father's department had been under review. He bragged at every family gathering that his connections kept him safe. What he didn't realize was that his safety net had holes. Holes I had carefully widened. I fed the right information to the right people, documented the negligence he thought no one noticed, the late reports, the covered mistakes, the alcohol on company property. All neat, all undeniable. By Christmas morning, the papers were on the CEO's desk. By New Year's, Dad's 30 years of loyalty would be nothing but a severance check. And my sister, the one who sneered at me on the porch, she had built her entire social identity on being the perfect daughter. Charity events, networking, glossy photos of her family dinners. When Dad's downfall hit, the scandal would splash mud all over her too. I didn't even have to push. I just let gravity do its work. The confrontation. 10 minutes after she slammed the door in my face, I heard boots crunching in the snow. Then, my father's voice. "Where is she?" He sounded panicked, angry, not because he'd suddenly grown a conscience, but because his phone had buzzed with the news before dessert. He burst through the dark, red-faced, scanning the yard until his eyes found mine. "You, what did you do?" I just leaned against my car, calm. I told the truth. He staggered closer. "You ruined us." "No," I said. "You ruined me." Over and over. Tonight, I just returned the favor. For once, he had no comeback, no cruel joke, just silence. And the sound of Christmas laughter leaking from the house behind him, already fading into something hollow. By January, he was out, his empire gone. My sister's reputation cracked with it. Sponsors pulled out of her charity events. Friends stopped returning her calls. And me? I walked into the office every day with my head high. Not the black sheep anymore. Not the punchline. The irony is, I didn't do it to destroy them. Not really. I did it to free myself. Because the night they shut that door in my face, I finally understood. Family isn't who laughs at your expense. Family isn't who leaves you shivering outside. Family is who opens the door when no one else will. And sometimes, To find peace, you have to burn the house you were never welcome in. I didn't ruin Christmas. I ended their illusion. And for the first time in my life, I walked away warm.